Hello, hello, hello. It's another day. The studio cleanup, spring break, spring cleaning 2026. Yeah. So I am setting up this, making sure the live is all good to go. Okay. So I did a little bit of work after I left you guys yesterday. Let me turn that on mute. All right. So, some of this has gone up here on on the desk, but some stuff has been added. Move my drink over there. Move my microphones over here. All right. So it is still crazy in here. I'm gonna turn so you guys can see what I've done. Um, I did quite a bit of work yesterday after we finished up here. Basically, I was working for hours afterwards too. And so far, it looks like this. So if maybe you guys can see it, maybe you can't, because I did not move the lights around. So let me walk over here and move some lighting around. Maybe that'll help. I don't know if that helps or not, but this is pretty much clean. I can get around. I put this table. This was the table that I was sorting out on, and I'm still sorting out on it. Just a little bit more organized right now. Put a tablecloth on it. Underneath this table is all the upcycle stuff that I have, all the cardboard and things for the upcycle class. Um, so that's all underneath this table here. I did move my trash can there. I'm going to move it to the other side. So I'm pretty happy with this here. So it ended up being not separated by the different classes. I just separated it by supply and put supplies in, but everything is here. I included also a caddy that has markers, even though at the school I do have markers there, but I have a lot of markers. Um, in the middle, I did manage to get plenty of these. I have more of these plastic bins, but that's fine. And then I put the projects in them as well. And I started sorting out additional projects. So the kids are going to be, and this is something I've been doing for a little while, they're going to be making these mosaic trays. And that was one project I needed to get together and put the supplies for. So those are all here. I just did not put them in a box yet. So those are here. Um, there's more upcycle here. I put all the watercolor paint and clay, air dry clay down here. The pastels, whether they were oil pastel or chalk pastel, soft pastel, those things are there. All the eggshells planning to use are here. Um, I put in on this little section you guys can't even see. I don't know if I can move this around. I don't want the laptop to fall off the table. You know, you're not really gonna be able to see it, but on that end, I have all the paints, and I have them separated by acrylic and tempera. So all the paint supplies are on one side, and brushes and all of that. So that works out good. Um, so yeah, I'm happy with that. We got everything that needed to be put back upstairs. So that's another whole story up there. But I think it's okay for now. And I'm just going to continue today with sorting out some things. I'll, let's see if I can, I have the overhead camera here. Is it even on? Yeah, it's on. Um, I have a box of things I'm sorting out right here. So these were some projects that the kids did last semester, and well, they decided we had to change this wood around, but she put this grass on there, and I want to keep the grass because it's hard to. I mean, I have more of this little grass stuff. Look, it's tiny AstroTurf. So I'm trying to pull this off of here to use it on another project because I don't want to waste that. And then I might be able to use this piece of wood to do some laser cutting on. So, and this has just been put on there with tacky glue, so it's coming off pretty easy. So as I'm cleaning up, it's not just cleaning up the big stuff and everything. I'm actually putting all these little things back where they go because after events, after classes, we always have some supplies that might be left over. So I'm just trying to put that stuff away as well. So it's not just a big cleanup of big things. I'm taking these little things and putting that little stuff away. Now that's what the focus is today, is to get all these little things. And we will switch the camera around, and I'm going to show you another section of the studio. Partially, I did some of it last night. Got it all off of there. Partially, I did it last night. See, the other side of the wood is, you see, you can see it in the overhead camera, which is up there. I did the sewing and crochet corner last night, or yesterday afternoon. But I have some things that are still going in there. These are things that I'm working on. These little paintings. I'm painting on where's the camera? Little zipper bags, canvas bags, and I'm doing little paintings on them. So this is actually going to be for a show in May. I included like these boxes over here. This is going to be used for the May project. I have stuff for May. I'm collecting any kind of Halloween or October things in this bin. Then I have a couple empty bins here, and this is random wood pieces that I need to put in for the Let's Vibe event. And all this here, the stack here, they're all empty. So, I mean, technically, let me put the empty ones all on one side. And then this is just some ivy I use for displays. Needs to go back upstairs. So, I'm drinking my tea. So this box, I mentioned it yesterday that I was gonna make a like a vending machine out of it, but I have not done that. Like this stuff from last semester that just needs to be taken apart. I shouldn't. I'm gonna put the trash can back. Hello, Onyx. The cat's down here. I am gonna put the trash can over here so it's closer to us. So in here, this has been a box that just a bunch of stuff got dropped into. So was a little weird. I'll take y'all a little deeper dive into the box of what I'm doing. See, y'all see that? So I have crochet in here, this yarn. This is stuff that was in a bag and somehow got dumped into here. But I'm going to put that in the crochet section. When we turn the camera around, I'll start moving that stuff over there. It's just a bunch of little crochet pieces that have been falling in here. I make these are little crocheted Mickeys and I turn them into pins. Super cute. This one is just a little bag charm. And yeah, so I do that. Paint simple, so don't need that. This was something I made in a class for book folding. Isn't that cool? So I learned how to do that in a class at the library. And I've kept it a really long time. Pieces of my sewing machine. That's all going to go over there. That needs to go in the drawer. I'm just going through it real quick. It's my my tiny motel. Super cute. It's just for decoration or photo ops. I have a nice piece of quartz in here. That should be on my desk. Give me some energy. But I also have a bunch of fabric samples in here as well. These are all different kind of fabrics. So I picked up the fabric samples and stuff at a place called Resource Depot. It's here local. Um, there may be something like that in your area if you're not local to us. It's basically an upcycle store. People donate things to it, and you can go there and get like a bin, and it's like $10 or something. It's really cheap. So, with teaching upcycle class, I go and pick up upcycle materials there. So, which is really nice and handy, and I can get it at a really good price, especially is within the budget for the events. This is a lot of stuff of this was a project that we were doing last semester. The kids use that. Here's another bag charm. So these are actually samples of like, I think they're window shades. I don't know. I don't know what they're for. So these make really cool rugs for your tiny houses, miniatures, doll houses. They're really great for that. Oh, here's a whole nother thing of fabric. I love these. It's all the same like pattern, but all different tones. So, and it's got such a nice texture and weight to it. I love it. I might be making some keychains out of this one. These are just fabrics, fake leather stuff. Yeah. A lot of stuff in here that just needs to be tossed. Like, here's a paint palette. Why was that in there? So, a pair of earrings. You never know what's going to be in a box around here. The cat is like attacking stuff behind me. There's some little tiny stuff in here can just be tossed. How about a tiny wreath? Some of this stuff is needs to be tossed. Here's a plastic sheet. So this is the vending machine, and I was putting this plastic sheet in there. There's actually vending like gotcha balls in here, but I have somewhere else to put those. because I'm not going to be building the vending machine. Another piece of acetate, put it back in the collection over here. Let me get the. Hey, what are you doing? Are you hiding? You hiding under there? The cat is. He's back over here hiding. He thinks that I can't see him. So here's all my gotcha balls. So I'm just gonna throw these in here. And so instead of having the the vending machine, they just get to pick balls out of here and um, get prizes. I don't know if any of these have prizes in them or not. Don't know. That one has a surprise. Whoop, surprise. So I have these. So you got me. I have these balls over here for now, but they're gonna go somewhere else. Anytime we put a tablecloth on a table, the cat goes crazy. He just thinks that's his playground. Now there's this empty box that I'm going to put for recycle. I'm probably not going to upcycle this one with kids. It's just a very bulky thing. What do you got? You're not eating stuff, are you? Hey, get out of there. Oh, you're going to pull the tablecloth off. Oh, here's the cat, guys. This is Onyx. Oh, okay. Bye. Don't tear up anything. He's totally going to rip this up. So that was one box cleared out. Stuff on the floor. I have a bag that we're going to clear out next. Just a bunch of stuff that needs to be tossed. Oh, that's cute. Somebody gave me this bag of stuff. See if I can use it for the kids. Maybe we can use it and give it to a kid. Maybe it should go in the gotcha ball bin. We'll put it in there. There's all kinds of stuff in this thing. Rubber bands. There are these legs to chairs or something. I don't know. We showed them to Freddie. He's like, yeah, we can use those. Whole bunch of rubber bands. Stuff in here. I have no clue what it is. They just gave me a big stack of stuff. So here's a little car. We can give this away to some kids. I don't know what this is. We'll put this in the treasure box or dodgeball box. I have a stack of rubber bands there. Oh my god. Onyx, get out of that box. Come on. Onyx just got in the box. There. It's just barely on a step on the stairs. And I was like, he's gonna fall and break something. And I don't know what this is for. Some kind of science stuff. Maybe I can give it to the library. This just got a bunch of random things in it. Do I need this stuff? Not really. I'm gonna sneeze because I've been I've been sneezing all day. Started as soon as I got out of bed this morning. This little notebook's kind of cute. There's a lot of empty pages in it. We'll give that away to somebody. What's this notebook? Little notebooks are cute. We can give them away to some kids. Have no clue. Like I said, this is just a lot of random stuff that was given to me that, hey, you do upcycle classes, can you use this? And some of it I can, some of it I can't. What is this? Is this a box of little princesses? How do I open this? Oh, it's got Elsa in it. Oh, there's a little doll stuff, little dollhouse stuff. I'll take a look at that. Oh, boots for my Barbie dolls. Yes, I still have some Barbie dolls. So I saw another shoe. There's some shoes. Um, a tiny little lock. That's cute. Oh, I wonder if this key goes to that tiny lock. Let's see. Does it work? It does. Oh, ooh, I can lock up something. Well, that's cool. I like that. Um, there's just a lot of random things in here. So I don't need this. Let's see what this is. I'm gonna put these rubber bands over here. Are you leaving? Oh, well, okay. Oh, it's a little necklace. That's cute. A little necklace. We'll keep that. Maybe I can give it away. Yeah, they were, friend of mine was cleaning out some stuff. Oh, this is like a resin mold. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I can use that mold. Probably not, because I have a ton of molds. This is glass, but I don't need that. Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff that they were cleaning out. Here's another like necklace thing. Hmm. Maybe we can use that for something. So, there's another one. Another mold. Oh, it's got interesting. It has these little bumps inside. I wonder what that was for. And this one doesn't have bumps. You know what? I probably don't need that. Some dried up air dry clay, pieces of a 3D print. I don't need that. Yeah, there's some of this is definitely trash. I think the rest of that's just trash. All right, so that bag's cleaned out. And yeah, some stuff I can use and some stuff is just gonna be tossed. All right, so the next thing, so I really wanted to get that box done and that bag cleaned out. And I think we're gonna turn the camera around. Um, you're gonna see the other side over here of the studio. Because this is done basically there. This is done in front of me on the bottom. Um, and then I'm just sorting stuff. So this side of the studio is pretty much done. I rearranged the paintings that are back here. And yeah, so we're I guess we're done with that side. I'm gonna say we're done for now. I mean, I'm sure I'm finding stuff and I'll put some stuff over there. Okay, so let's see if I can manage to turn this computer around while you guys are attached and on. I'm gonna move this chair out of the way. We'll move it to the side of the studio that's done. Like this here. And here's everything I just cleared out on the desk. And all this, a lot of this stuff is going where we're about to organize. So um, I'm going to try to get it where I can turn you guys around. And on this side over here it's just a lot of tiny stuff. Tiny stuff. Okay. We're also going to position the trash can over here too, to this side, so I can toss things in. And let me see if I can turn you guys around. Let's go this way. If I had another camera, that would be good, but I don't. All right. This might be a little weird to spin around because I'm not going to take you off the laptop stand. I'm going to try to turn it without everything falling. Whee! All right. Welcome to the other side, guys. I'm going to try to move these cables so they're not too tight. All right. And we're going to take this camera and I'm going to move the overhead camera over here as well. I don't know if I can get it all the way over there. Maybe this works. Maybe you guys should be further back. I have all this stuff on here. Sorry. Real life here, guys. Live. We're live. And I'll show you, I'll just do a pan around. So over here, I'll switch my studio light a little bit. We'll give you the rundown of the side here. So this section is all my sewing and crochet there. On the wall there, I have my favorite colors and paints that I use the most. They're all on like nail polish holders. So they are there. And if you look up here in the corner video, this section here are things that I have that I sell and things that I am sorting out. I am in the process of moving some of these products over to the left and putting more fabric on the right side of this cabinet here. And there's my kitchen to-do list. So that is what the far corner is. Now we can turn this light on. Not that that does anything. Further down, let me see if I'm going to try to move. I have big studio lights in here. Lower it a little bit. That's how we get the lighting in this space. So you guys get to see the lights. These are really great studio lights. So got them as a Christmas gift from Freddie one year. So let's go to, we've seen over in that corner. There are down in the bottom of the cabinet with sewing stuff. There are several drawers there that I keep supplies in. And if we proceed over here, you guys will see this crazy arm of this camera. I wonder if I can move it. Let me see if I can move it if the cable's long enough. I'm not sure if I can manage to get this cable to go that far. Oh yeah, I can move the camera. So I'm just gonna undo this camera and move it over here. So bear with me. The tiny camera is being moved around. This is the process. Every time I go to film something, we just have to move everything around. Kind of crazy. So maybe this will work. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? All right. If it were on the gimbal, it would be a lot easier. I could just like move it with the remote. Okay. So the next section, this is all the mailing area. I have boxes and packaging materials all here in this cabinet. We have our mailing boxes here, more shipping boxes here. I also have some tiny supplies in this. This is all tissue paper in this bin. So this is pretty organized. I use this a lot. Um, but my goal is to get all this stuff off the counter and make it very usable. So that's what the goal is today. And yeah, so we're going to start off, we're going to start in this corner over here where I can put all this fabric and supplies that we just took out of that box. And we're going to put it over there. And the yarn. I know you guys can't see me, but you saw me pull this stuff out, so you kind of have an idea. And I can probably just carry all this at one time, hopefully. Almost, maybe not. This and these. Okay, so this stuff here that we sorted, I'm gonna put over here as part of my sewing machine. And yes, behind here somewhere amongst these Muppets, that is my sewing machine. And I pull that out when I want to sew at the big table. Onyx, what are you doing? He's up to no good again. So these are projects that I've already finished. They're going there. And these things of yarn, I just stick them in the yarn section. At one time they were all in here. So I know that they they do all fit. These new fabrics, this is what I was talking about down here, putting them in the cabinet. These are little scraps. I should make a scrap box. So I'm gonna stick them in this compartment over there. The paper clip. I was looking for this kind of paper clip the other day. So the other stuff on the table we're gonna put away. all this stuff. Ooh. All right. I should have wore shorts today. It's really hot. So I'm going to just remove stuff that's on the counter and it's all going to come off of there and then be put around somewhere else. This is a little faux terrarium that I have. Actually, my intern, she put it all together for me one day. I said, "Hey, I have this little terrarium." She's like, "Can I build it?" And I'm like, "Yes, you can." Recently, one of my kids made me this. So cute. Um, so yeah, so anyway, my intern, she has a show tonight, and I think I'm going to it. Now, all this little stuff, it's just random things that have been placed over here. I'm sorry, crazy. Should never have been placed over here like this. So, like paintbrushes, just random things that need to go in their real home. These are all little tiny wood pieces. I did put that in the sorting collection over here. So I'm going to put these in here. I know you guys can't see me, but I'm just going to put them in this section I have for wood cleanings or wood pieces. So also in here are this little thing has my old paint markers that we were using. Like this one doesn't even have a lid, so we know that's a dead marker. Um, and I just recently replaced all of our paint markers for the events. So these probably, most of them still work, but we changed that up. And then these are other paint markers. I'm going to put them all over in the kids' um, class area. And put these here because it's better to have liked items all in one spot. And I'm just going to put all the paint markers together. You guys cannot see me. I'm sorry. So you have to forgive me. I do have to walk across the studio to get that. Okay. So this is a pencil box. I think this is going to be gifted. And I have a ton of little wood pieces that are laying here that I actually just dumped them out over here because I needed the container they were in. And now they're all sitting here. So this is really cool elastic. And we'll put that in the sewing space. And this is my printer that I use for shipping. So I like to keep it here. I don't, Freddie asked me why I don't put it up there. Well, I'm right over here. Why I don't put it on the top? Because Onyx gets up there and sleeps. So it's not a safe place to put a tiny printer. And these are my intern made me this little flower one time years ago. So that's going to go to the sorting table. And yeah, it's really not a lot of stuff. It's just stuff everywhere. And I'm constantly moving stuff around. These are for projects. I thought these would be cool bookends, so I bought these. So these are wood projects. Put it over here with the wood supplies. These are also for wood. This is a little building material for when I build tiny houses and structures. I use these, and you can build little tiny tables like this out of stuff. So I'm gonna put it with the wood building stuff for now. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing today. And pretty much the sewing area, that's all complete. If we proceed to this whole section, this is the entire section for shipping out stuff, which is chaotic because I have not been able to use the whole area the way I wanted to. I've been grabbing the shipping stuff and going to the desk, and that's not the way I meant for the space to be. So I'm trying to get it back to normal. This box can go. Freddie did do all the glue. He refilled them all yesterday, which was great. So thanks to him. There's another little wood piece covered in fabric to make a little table, bench, chair, couch. Um, I also have cute little decorative things that the cat always knocks over. And all of these drawers are all the tiny things that I use in the studio. Let me see if I can put the overhead camera down so you guys can see what's in the drawers. So, in here, there are tons of these tiny boxes full of tiny things. And this is my back stock of everything. So when we have um, events and such, these things for the mobile art studio, they go into a bigger box. So this is just back stock. And you can see all that stuff right up there in that video, the top. So that's what's in there. In this next drawer, I have lots of wood pieces. I'm going to put sandpaper in there. And so on and so forth. There's lots of tiny little things that are in these drawers. Let's see. I'm trying to, maybe we can move that over like that. So, and here are the little things for making tiny wreaths. So all these are pre-made, and we sell tiny wreath kits on our website. Oh, this goes in here. So these are the supplies for that. Like I said, some of this stuff can probably be tossed out. Toss some of this stuff. I'm done with it. Some of these things have just been sitting here for so long. This is sand. Freddie uses the sand in his space. Farther on this direction is all of Freddie's supplies and stuff he uses. So I'm gonna put that sand in there. Um, I could probably get rid of these, but I don't know if we're gonna do that yet. Here's the little paint buckets. I have these pre-filled. They're in this thing here, along with paint brushes for kits. All go inside of here, and tape, special stickers, and packaging. So all of this tiny pieces of wood, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it all in one of these empty bins, and then I'll sort them out. So in Here you go. There's all kinds of stuff. This was, I don't know what container I needed, but it was a container that had all that stuff in it. And I was like, I'm done with that. This is more little wood stuff. So this is, what was it? All on the desk. There's some lots of tiny little wood pieces in there. And these are more wood pieces because we use a lot of tiny wooden pieces for our projects with the community. So this can be trash. This can go on the drawer here. That's my backpack. I also have Buzz Lightyear with the silly flamingo. He usually is sitting up here. This is a display. This is actually Freddie's display. These were, let me show you guys. This wood was part of a branch he cut off from the yard, and it looked so cool. So he just mounted, basically screwed in these little platforms, and we use this for display. Technically, should it be up here? No, should not be. I found this. This is one of our original little signs for tiny doors. Um, Fall stuff. I knew I'd find something fall related over here. These are all wreath kit supplies. Sticker. Popsicle sticks. I have so many popsicle sticks. It's kind of crazy. Crazy. I'm gonna put it over here with the other popsicle sticks. You guys can't see me, but I am. I'm putting it here. I think for fall, I put it there. And these, I think, are temporary tattoos. So we can put that there. And this can go here. All right, it's just a little bit of stuff at a time, right? So these are all the base kits for the wreaths. And these are all packaged up for quick sales. I'm not going to unpackage these. They're just going to stay in their packages. And I'm going to put them in this drawer wherever I can get them. So this is the life of cleaning out not cleaning out the studio, but cleaning up the studio. And of course, we're doing this live right here on my YouTube channel, where you guys are. If you're joining me, thanks for joining and watching. Sorry I look like a crazy girl, but that's the life right now. Life as an artist can be crazy and a lot of stuff. That's so cute, right? We did these classes, gosh, probably did this class 10 years ago, and super cute. We had made some tiny door friendship bracelets, but I was not happy with some of the beads. So I am going to take those apart and move those around. Now, recently, I had the video for the bookmarks. So these are the extra ones. And I'm going to put this with my event for May because it is at the library. And what better place to do bookmarks at the library? So I'm going to package the extra supplies up for that event. Okay. Well, that was quick. Look at, I can almost work here. Yay. This whole other section that is here. Let me see if I can push you guys over a little bit further. So that's Freddie's stuff in there. And then this last section is where I've been keeping all the garden supplies. So, gonna move that. This is actually fabric I have to go through. And there's painting on the easel. So this was last Sunday. This is from the plein air painting. This is Freddie's painting. I know I just cleared that off, but I'm gonna put that there. And then he has another painting here. This one is from the Everglades um, National Park or something. So there's that one. Put that there. So we can get to here. And now Freddie uses this space too. He's got some shrunken heads that he's been making for the May event. And these need to go somewhere else. Oh, these are all ceramic that I made many years ago. And they're super heavy. They're super cute. They're all they're part of a rain chain. They get chained together, but also it collects water. But the little mouths, they have little tongues in them, so it will scoop up some of the water that goes through the chain and it spits it out their little mouths. So very cute project that I made that I have yet. I'm gonna put them down here. Ow! Yet to make completely. So maybe I'll get that done. It is starting to get rainy here, so that's good. Just a bunch of little things that go in the trash. I have a little fairy over here. We can put her on the shelf. So in this section here is a lot of in this drawer I have more tiny wood pieces. These are so on that drawer that was over there that I showed you, those are tiny pieces that are more plastic. These are tiny pieces that are all wood. Um, clothespins, little squares. So all the pieces that I just dumped in a container, they're technically supposed to be in here. And then in this drawer is the tiny garden center. And I have all kinds of tiny plants and things inside of here. We have expanded our tiny garden center to have the little grass pieces, which is what you saw me pull off some wood just a minute ago from a project. And that's what a lot of this is, because we are going to be doing um, a tiny garden center with the Let's Vibe event as one of the projects in the near future. And I have all those supplies. So I have those. And then I have all these packaging, all this packaging material for the bead bar that we do, or the custom made ink pens, beaded ink pens. This is all the packaging for that. And like I said, this whole station on this side of the studio is aimed and geared towards packaging and shipping and just getting work done. So it's really supposed to be all cleared off so we can actually do work instead of moving it all around the room. So the whole space here is all set up like that. We have stations for different things and such. So anyway, I'll be right back because someone just rang my doorbell. Just bear with me. I'll be right back. Enjoy the view. Let's turn the microphone off. Turn the mic off for a second. this is back on. Yay, it's back on. Sorry for that, guys. Put the mic back on. So my friend Paul's here. He's coming to have dinner and play games. So maybe he'll come down here and hang out with us. This is supposed to be in the drawer over here. There's just so much little stuff not put back. Another one. Ooh, it's hot. Put the fairy up here. So these are the supplies for the tiny garden center. See the tiny astroturf? And what did I do with all of those? Okay, am I losing my mind? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, there they are. Let me reach over here. And this all needs to be put together. And do I have space for this in the drawers? No. So maybe I can put them in this drawer and move a couple things around in here. Just make a little section in the drawer. I have in the drawer, I have the clear containers, most of the clear, and then other kinds. This is not gonna sit flat. So let me, this is all should be, oh, Halloween. You can take that out of here. Put this in the overflow. More sandpaper. Anyway, so this is stuff that needs to be, this one's Christmas, put in the holiday boxes. And let's see. Yeah, I'm getting ready for this event, and people love tiny astroturf. So I have quite a bit, but when this it's not going to close. I'll take some of this out. Maybe I just need a plastic bin in general. Let me just let's get another bin to put them in. And then maybe it's just smarter to go ahead and put them in here because we're going to take them to the event anyway. So take everything out of these plastic packaging that it comes in. These all measure like 6 by 6, and I have to actually pre-cut these to fit the right size. So they're all going to have to come out anyway. So there are also some little green moss balls, which I have in here already. It's kind of convenient having the trash can right here beside me. That's nice. So yeah, I'm just going to put some of these in here and they will be ready for the event. Now, I will be using these in the month of May because April showers bring what? May flowers? And hey, happy spring. First day of spring today. I actually didn't know until a little while ago. A friend of mine sends me a message, hey, happy spring. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's springtime. Yay. Winter's over. Maybe. I also have um, these containers of moss in several different colors. So we're going to put this with the Let's Vibe event stuff because that's what it's for. So might as well just stick it over here with Let's Vibe event products. And that's okay. We can do that. I did pull out all these. These are fun because these are tiny garage doors. So this was a short-lived um thing. Tiny garage doors. So maybe they will go in our wood section that needs to be boxed up. There's some more moss that fell out. And I almost have everything done here. And these bins here are all of our product for tiny doors. Um, this is where we keep the front porches. And I don't have many of them in there because we are running low. I have to go and buy some more wood for that. And we have to cut them and everything for that. We have tiny doors, tiny paint pots to fill paint for the paint kits. Everything is here to basically make our maker kits, our product line that we have. So this needs to be sorted. This needs to be sorted. A lot to sort out. All these little bins. And the good thing is I just found all my clothespins. I was looking for those. And this, I also do polymer clay. So I make jewelry out of polymer clay and I teach the kiddos polymer clay. So that just needs to go in the teaching area. So pretty much unbelievable that it's all off of here. Is it all put away? No, but it will be. So with that being said, I won't bore you with the sorting of all that stuff. And this is this section of the studio. We should move Freddie's paintings back over here. Oh, I have in here washi tape that I use for my planner and paper art making stuff. Most of it is actually at the school because the kids are using it for their little acetate sheets for their sticker collage. So all these are these right here are completely empty. In fact, this one probably it's completely empty. We should put these over here. Maybe I can use this tray for something else. Yeah, there's not anything in there. I'm gonna put these stickers right here. So yeah, and then these are the stickers we use for our packaging and labeling. Up here, stapler. This was my dad's stapler, who I think it was his dad's stapler before that, and so on and so forth. It's a really old antique stapler. So, and this little owl was Freddie's mom's, and I'm going to actually repaint it, make it updated. So, there it is. It's all cleaned off. We're gonna slide Freddie. Ooh, don't drop them. They're still wet. They're oil, so they are still wet. I'm just gonna put them there so he can have them behind him. But that's it, guys. It's all cleaned up. There are some things down here on the floor, but those are things that we're using currently for some projects. So, and some commission stuff. So that is this side of the studio. It's going to be a big shocker to Freddie that it's all done and it's usable again. So, with the exception, like this pegboard keeps falling off the wall here. I gotta figure out something else for that. But this is all ready to go. Yay! I'm so excited. So now just I have to clean it up, wipe it down with some of these amazing wipes that we love, or at least I love. so much. It's probably going to take 2 wipes to clean it because it's very dusty. So these are the wipes I love. I got a new scent upstairs. I can't remember what that is, but it's upstairs. So it's going to take like 2 of these to clean these up. So yeah, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I'm just going to wipe this off. And, ooh, almost dropped it. I have a little handheld vacuum cleaner down here also, which is very handy. And so yeah, it's cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. I can't believe this is ready to go. All my labels, shipping labels, are inside this box. So um I don't keep it out open all the time because it takes up a little bit of space and it has to be hooked to the computer. So that little printer there, it's great, but it's not Wi-Fi. So I kind of miss that effect with that one. And oh, this is to make wax melts. I have a whole wax melt thing somewhere in here. I like the whole idea of using wax melts on envelopes, but I haven't really done that. So everything's gets cleaned off. We do have a vintage um, pencil sharpener. It's really fun to have here, but it's really old and rusty. Okay. With that being said, and it's cleaned off, it is ready for shipping. Now, if you'd like to know more about what we do, go to our website. The link is in the bio. Here on YouTube, it's tinydoors.org. And I just want to say thank you so much if you tuned in live. Thank you so much if you're catching on the replay. And, nothing can stop us now. We're 2/3 of the way done with the studio. Maybe 2/3 done. Just need to sort all these little tiny things and go to the next part 3. Will be tomorrow. So, with that being said, thanks so much. We will see you next time. And so good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you're watching this. Um, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.